All around, this is just stupid.
Telling the truth.
Well, you gave a version of what happened.
What I've done these last 2 weeks, it really hit me hard Thanksgiving morning when I woke up and realized that I wasn't going to be able to see my kids for the holiday.
Did you really think I was going to buy your story?
I'm going to be honest with you, no.
But then why'd you keep doubling down?
I don't know. I've got kids that I want to be able to see.
Had you just told the truth?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say before I sentence you to...
You guys are not going to believe the excuse this guy came up with after cutting off his court-ordered ankle monitor, T first. He tried telling the judge it was some kind of accident involving a knife and a pair of socks. But once that story started falling apart, he switched to a different explanation that honestly sounds like it came straight out of a cartoon. And let's just say Judge Simpson is having absolutely none of it. Watching him try to explain his logic is honestly painful, because every sentence just makes the situation worse. But that's not even the wildest part. Right when you think this is just another bad excuse in court, the victim steps forward, and suddenly the entire tone of the hearing changes. Alright, let's dive in and see how this plays out.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, state your name for the record, please.
Timothy Reed, third.
This was adjourned out due to a bond violation for a tether tamper. I am asking the court if Mr. Reed can plead no contest to that for potential criminal and civil liability.
I'm not going to have no problem. I will not have a problem with a no contest plea to the violation, although I have some concerns that there is not an admission as to what he may have done in this particular case, because initially I was receiving information that he had not cut the strap, but
I'll tell you, Mr. Reed, I think is ready for that. My advice to him is a no contest plea because of this, the liability. He was informed when the tether was placed that if he tampers with it, he can be charged. I know Your Honor has seen people be charged. So that's my concern right now, is with the potential of that.
Okay, that I understand what your concern may be. I'm just telling you how I'm going to be viewing that, because as I look at the pictures, it's clear to me it's cut. It's also clear to me that explanation of it being, I think it was a Milwaukee knife, it doesn't fit, because the pants would have had to have then been ripped, and his excuse that there were then two pair of socks is just not. So.
Well, given that, I'll
accept his no contest plea to the violation. I'm not saying that I won't.
Yeah. Would Your Honor give me a chance to speak with him in holding, and he can decide what he wants to do given what the court has said?
I think because we have to wait, because we got one Spanish at the end. Anyway, back. Okay, yeah, I'll take it back.
Okay. Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Reed, who is approaching. State your name for the record, please, Mr. Reed.
Timothy Reed, third.
All right.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Excuse me. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with Mr. Reed in holding. I have explained all of his options, and I think he wants to move forward and admit to the violation today.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
You did not, and the violation would be that the tether was cut.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
All right, you admit to that.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say before I sentence him on this?
I'm going to let him speak on his own behalf. After our hearings prior to the holiday, he did call me and kind of give me the lowdown on everything. I think he's incredibly remorseful for not being completely frank with myself and Your Honor. He's been in custody for 2 weeks now. He knows he needs to be better, is dedicating himself to doing that moving forward. He really does want to get out of custody and get back to work to support his children. He said this is the amount of time he's been away from his children, and that's been one of the hardest things that he's had to experience during this whole ordeal. But I think the time that he's had to think has really put things into perspective. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Reed, because I think hearing from him directly will emphasize that.
Go ahead.
So yes, I did intentionally cut the tether, but once I did it, something snapped in my head, and I realized I was like, what am I doing? Like, I know this is wrong, and I immediately got a hold of the emergency tether line. I called them, told them, what happened, and they had me send.
Well, you gave a version of what happened.
Yeah, the version, instead of telling the truth, which I definitely need to do point blank, because when you don't tell the truth, it just makes things worse. I did send pictures in. I still went to community corrections the next morning to get a new tether and still showed up to court. I've definitely had a lot of time to reflect on what I've done these last 2 weeks. It really hit me hard Thanksgiving morning when I woke up and realized that I wasn't going to be able to see my kids for the holiday. And then I called my sister to ask if the kids were going to be at my family's Thanksgiving. And then when I found out that they weren't and I wasn't going to be able to talk to them that day, that also hit me really hard. And realizing that I don't take accountability for my own actions and actually do what I'm supposed to, it's never going to get any better.
Did you really think I was going to buy your story?
I'm going to be honest with you, no.
Then why'd you keep doubling down?
I have no idea, sir.
I mean, I'm looking at the cut on it, and I had it pretty much figured out.
Yeah, I even got super glue from the store to try to super glue it back together. And then I realized that wasn't working, so...
Did this guy really just say he went to the store to buy super glue so he could fix a government-issued ankle monitor? That might be the most cartoon-level logic I've ever heard in a courtroom. According to him, he snapped, cut the monitor off, and then immediately panicked. And his solution was, maybe some crazy glue would put it back together and fool the system. I mean, think about that for a second. He seriously thought a little arts and crafts repair job was going to trick a court-ordered tracking device. And the funniest part is, he openly admits it didn't even work. But honestly, the fact that he even tried says a lot about the level of problem-solving going on here. Meanwhile, Judge Simpson is just staring at him like, are you serious right now? Because you can't just arts and crafts your way out of a felony bond violation, to that point, it's really hard to feel bad for him when the master plan was basically super glue and a prayer. Oh, what do you guys think? Was the super glue actually his plan? Or is he just saying something ridiculous to make the whole situation sound less intentional?
I mean, what were you thinking when you just decided you were going to cut it?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't plan on running or anything. I've got kids that I want to be able to see and out of this whole process and be able to continue on with life and not get in trouble again. I know what I did was completely wrong and it should have never happened in the first place.
Had you just told the truth over here, on November 17th?
Yes, sir.
Probably would have been out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I realized that.
All around this is just stupid.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say before I sentence him?
Nothing, Your Honor. I'd ask that the court sends him to credit for time served and reinstate his personal bond. As we say at the bench, he's being seen by Judge Perry on Wednesday. His bond there is denied. She's kind of indicated she's waiting to see what Your Honor does.
Sentence you to 14 days, Washington County Jail credit, 14 days served. Your previous bond with its conditions is reinstated. Ma'am, you are trying to address the court. What is she?
And that's correct, Your Honor. The victim is present to address the court if the court wanted to hear from her.
Yeah, what are we going to do on this?
I'm asking set for final settlement.
Are you going to be ready Friday?
We asked for that date if the people will be ready, but I know it's...
All right. Then I'll set jury final settlement conference.
What do you say?
December 5th. Today's the 1st. It keeps going on in my head.
It's already December. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
That wasn't my point, but okay, disparity. December 5th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, in this case, will take place December 8th, 2025 at 8:30. Did you want to address me as to bond? Hello.
Just wanted to let you know, because he's been in
Could
jail.
you state your name?
Oh, sorry. Rosa Bannock.
Yes.
I'm going to try not to cry because I am in that state right now. But because he's been in jail, I have lost my job. I really just hope that you can release him. And I've also been sick for like the last 2 weeks. My kids have been obscenely misbehaving because they miss him. And my daughter has a neurodegenerative disease, doesn't understand what's going on. Her speech has gotten worse. It was getting better.
Okay, this just took a really dark turn. And honestly, it's pretty heartbreaking to watch. A minute ago we were laughing at the super glue story, and now we're realizing that his mistake is actually putting his entire family at risk. His mom is standing there talking about a serious neurological disease, losing her job, and having no real support system, all while trying to explain what's happening because he's now sitting in jail. And that's the frustrating part. He's the one who broke the rules and cut off the monitor. But she's the one dealing with a lot of the consequences right now. She even mentions that he can be manic, which might explain some of his behavior. But at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that the situation has spiraled into something much bigger than just his bond violation. Moments like this really highlight something people don't always think about. When someone gets sentenced, the punishment doesn't just affect the defendant, It often affects everyone around them, especially family. And that's what makes this situation so complicated. So what do you guys think? Should the judge consider releasing him to help stabilize the family situation? Or does the fact that he cut off a court-ordered monitor make that impossible? Honestly, I'm kind of split on it.
I just need him released so I can work and pay rent.
I understand that, but you also understand how it turned out that he ended up in custody.
Yeah, that's his. That was his.
No,
Oh, that. No, anyways, but seriously, like, if I become homeless again, because I can't pay rent, the only way my kids can be safe and still be able to go to school, because shelters are probably full right now, is that he goes back to his sisters, because we have a great co-parenting thing where he takes them on the weekends. His sister already agreed, because she knows the situation, to take the kids, but he has to be there. I have no help. My dad's in Serbia. My mom's unreliable. My car has been broken down for months now. I don't have anywhere to go with my kids. I can manage myself, but I can't manage myself with my kids because I don't have any support.
I understand, and quite frankly, back on the 17th, I wish I hadn't had to do what I did.
And I think he, at this point, has learned. He is pretty, I think he's just manic, and that's probably why he did that, to be honest.
What?
Manic. He has bipolar.
All right. Okay.
I'm being serious.
Well, he's going to get out.
Okay.
Okay.
Can it be before Friday?
Getting out of jail?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to let him go today.
Oh.
You want me to keep him till Friday?
No.
You got something to do?
No. I ended up getting a new job. It's only part-time, but I work Friday, and they don't go to school on Fridays.
I sentenced him to 14 days, credit 14 served,
Okay.
stated his previous bond conditions.
Thank you.
All right.
I really appreciate
He will be
it.
out as of today at whatever point the jail releases him.
Okay.
Okay?
I really appreciate it. I'm serious.
Not a problem. All right.
I'm just stressed.
Yes. All right. Take care.
That hearing was honestly a roller coaster. IT started off almost ridiculous. A guy seriously claiming that super glue could fix a GPS ankle monitor, but by the end, it turned into something genuinely SAD. First you want to laugh at the situation, but then you start to see the real-world consequences of that one bad decision, and credit where it's due. Judge Simpson showed a lot of grace here, by releasing him for time served. It felt like the judge was recognizing that keeping him locked up any longer would only end up hurting the mother and the children even more. And that's the difficult position judges sometimes find themselves in. On one hand, the law has to be enforced. But on the other hand, nobody wants to be the reason a struggling family ends up losing everything. This defendant is honestly very lucky to have people in his life who are still fighting for him. But at some point, he's going to have to get his life together, because chances like this don't come around forever. So, what do you guys think? Did he get off too easy, or was the judge right to show mercy for the sake of the kids? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support.